What's up, guys? This is Buddy Crypto, and we're back. We'll be doing a live technical analysis on Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Hex. But before we start doing the technical analysis, I would like to announce that Buddy Media will be sponsoring the Litecoin Summit 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada. It will run from October 21st to the 22nd. We have a small booth there. You come talk to us. We'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be giving away crypto, cash. What else?
Ledger Nano X's,
Ledger,
5 a day.
5 a day. There you go. So,
Sir.
So we're going to be getting out 10 ledgers and a lot of crypto and money. Okay, guys? So if you guys could make it out there to the big Litecoin Summit, come by, say hi. You know, we'll show some love to you guys, okay?
Check us out on the website too, on the Litecoin Summit website.
Exactly, yeah. Once you go in there, you know what? I'll show you guys, okay?
Yeah.
I'm on the screen. I'll show you. Buddy
Let us, 'cause
Media.
that took some work.
Ooh, there we go. We're right here. Buddy Crypto. We're on the website.
Are we still next to Flexa?
Oh, let me see. I think we are. Let me go back again. Yep, we're right there. Flex is right there.
Beautiful.
We love Flex out here. You guys know that. If you guys watch this channel, you guys know we love Flexa. We love the AMP coin.
Exactly. AMP token.
AMP token. Okay, guys. So let me get out the way. Let's see. Let me get out the way. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna be on the charts now, and I'm gonna let Crypto King take it over from here. We're on the Litecoin. What is it? Weekly or monthly?
We're on the weekly right now.
So yeah, we're on the Litecoin weekly time frame, and I'll let Crypto King take it over from here. Go ahead, dude.
All right, so we're starting off with Litecoin paired with the US dollar, data coming from Coinbase. We are as well on the weekly time frame. So just kind of ignore these arrows because I did a trading view idea and I have those up. So Litecoin, we have our big overall Fibonacci in yellow from the swing high to the swing low down here. We have our white Fibonacci for more recent swing highs to swing lows. It just gives us levels to where we could potentially bounce, find a little bit of resistance on the way up. We also have a trend line with our first touch point from the top of the swing high of the Fibonacci. Second touch point is with the second swing high that we have with the Fibonacci. And then, I just have that extended out. So, you know, everything's just lining up pretty good. That's a big level of resistance when we start approaching that trend line, wherever and whenever we start approaching it. Then if I zoom out a little bit, you could see this trend line down here. We have the first touch point back here, March of 2020. Second touch point was recently, which is our swing low here around June 6, 2022. So both of these trend lines are very valid. They have, you know, two solid touch points where they've bounced from both levels. So really, if we look at it off of all of our drawing tools, are both Fibonacci's in yellow and white, our trend lines here. And I just have one level of the red box, which has been, you know, resistance in the past. It's been support. We broke below it, found it as resistance. We were below it for multiple years before we started to blow towards the top. We blew through it as resistance, retested it as support before we just continued higher and higher. When we did break back to the bottom after our all-time high, or I guess not, after our almost all-time highs, we came back instantly to it to retest it, bounced off of it, almost retouched it before we, you know, came below it. It was resistance, and now we're well below it. So when Litecoin does start to move, let's zoom in and take a look right now. Just a second. Let me make sure everything's right and adjusted for everybody. So with current price action, once we do start breaking, and this candle specifically here on the weekly time frame, we want to get above these levels, really these wicks here from August 8th and August 15th. Once we're above these levels of $65.25, give or take a few cents, once we break above that, then really I would expect the Fibonacci, the white Fibonacci here, to be retested. So if that is, you know, this current week, we only have, you know, just the weekend. We have till Sunday at 5 for this weekly candle to close. When The problem with Litecoin is once we do start moving a little bit, Litecoin is going to face a lot of hurdles. The first one would be the 236 on the white Fibonacci, which isn't as major. It's not as strong. So if I leave the cursor here, you see where all of the, it was support in the past, support a few times back here, kind of resistance before we broke above, and it's been support ever since until we broke below it. So really, the $100 level to $103 is going to be a large level of resistance. Once we break above that, that's going to be a huge level of resistance. The red box, as well as the trend line, huge level of resistance. I would expect us to get rejected around these levels. Maybe not a major rejection, but at least to get slapped down. But Litecoin has a lot of hurdles from looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin and other coins I've been doing analysis on lately. Litecoin has a lot of hurdles to get over. But the gains with Litecoin, it's unreal, the gains that you could potentially make with Litecoin. If we get our long position from current price action, hit that, really I would target the 61.8 in yellow because that's our big overall Fibonacci level, and tighten this up. A stop loss realistically for me would be the lows that we have, candle body lows, which I'm looking at these over here, candle body lows, so a tight stop loss with this. And I mean, you're really looking at that setup. I mean, that's a absolutely beautiful setup. And you could even play this different. You could have it at the white fib to where the 61.8 on the smaller, it's just the swing high here to the swing lows, not as major Fibonacci as the yellow one. So, I mean, look at these gains as well on the risk to reward ratio. And I would have, a 25% of my overall position sell here, maybe another 25 here at the point, the 78.6, and then possibly just let it ride. Then once it gets over the yellow 61.8, just stick a trailing stop loss here at 245. And you know what I mean? That's a beautiful, beautiful gain for Litecoin.
As much as there's hurdles for it, there's a lot of potential as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So I'm going to save this just to double check. So now what coin were we doing after Litecoin?
Oh, we're going to do the Big Daddy. Bitcoin.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's go to BTC here, which we cover this often and most of the time. So I'll keep this one brief. So Bitcoin here, we're on the weekly time frame paired with the US dollar, weekly chart, data coming from Coinbase. So we have our overall Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, which let's do a real quick fib extension, just like I have on Litecoin. So we're going off of this red candle here on March 28th, I believe. I'm just going off to the side to line it up properly. So we're going here from the swing high, March 28th or so, to the swing lows, the same as the yellow Fibonacci. And let's just look at it real quick. I'm not going to save it, but let's look to see where we could potentially get some resistance. We're already below that trend line down here. Let me adjust it. We're already below it, and we've almost hit it as resistance. If you want to cheat, I could draw it in that we did hit it as resistance, but I don't like to. So we have our first touch point here, which is the 13th of June. Second touch point is this red candle, the 11th of July. And then I just extended the trend line out. So realistically, the first level of resistance for Bitcoin is going to be this trend line. Once we get over the trend line, I would expect the white level Fibonacci 24,300 level to be resistance. And just like we said with Litecoin, how it had to get over $65, give or take, 65.25, which were wicks. Really, Bitcoin needs to have a candle body over $25,239. Really, till we break this level. You know what I mean? Till we get out of here, break it as resistance. And then, we have the 30,000 level, which this is our big overall fib, the yellow fib.
Yeah.
So that's a huge level of resistance. So really, just like everything else, Bitcoin has its fair share of hurdles. But I just feel when Bitcoin moves, Bitcoin moves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, we just blow past it. Little retest before we make new highs, come back down, get below this resistance box that acted as support, and we just rock it. So really the biggest thing for Bitcoin, I feel, is just getting back to this red box, historic levels of support turn resist, or resistance turn support, resistance turn support. So really around the $40,000 to $42,000 level. I mean, we need to get back up there to at least retest it, because when we broke through it, you could call these little attempts retests, but we were still so close. That's not even really a percent that it moved to retest it. So after falling below it for so long, I would expect us to go back up to retest it. And if we get up to these levels with some buying power, we're going to the 61.8. Boom, 50,000. Then this is a potential to where we will have a big rejection. And when I say big, I mean going from 50,000 to maybe this 61.8 of 36,000, potentially wicking down to the low $30,000 levels before, really making this move here. You know what I mean? A move similar to this where it touches and then just goes for it. But really, Bitcoin has a lot of hurdles. And look, I didn't lock it in place. But really, I don't want to keep that white fib on the Bitcoin. Yeah. So Bitcoin has a lot of hurdles. I'm just waiting for Bitcoin to be around $40,000 to $42,000, and then that's when we'll amp up some, new technical analysis on Bitcoin. But until then, this Fibonacci is valid, extremely valid. These trend lines are also very valid to where we could potentially get up to. If we get up here quick, I would expect a wick to come and touch the trend line before getting rejected down. If it takes longer to play out, like if it takes until, December or January of next year, then that's lining up with the 61.8, the 78.6 to where, I could realistically see Bitcoin just steadily grinding up, getting rejected, grinding up, getting rejected. So really Bitcoin looks good. Can't complain. But one thing though, Bitcoin needs to hold over 20,000 because that's such a mental level for people. If people don't see Bitcoin over 20,000, people think Bitcoin is going to $3,000, you know what I mean, for whatever reason.
It's kind of like that mentality of, when they put 0.99 at the end of when they're selling something, they're making you think they're giving you a discount, but in reality, it's the full amount.
There you go. Exactly. All right, now, so goodbye, Bitcoin.
Yes.
And now, hello, Hex.
Yeah, Hex. So this is a internet popular one right now.
Yeah, Jonathan's always sending me this dude on YouTube telling me he looks just like me and dresses just like me.
His name is Richard Hart, okay? They got the same drip, okay? You can't blame me for that, okay? I literally saw him wearing the same outfit.
Which one, the Versace or Fendi?
I think it was the Fendi, yeah. Also probably a Gucci one as well, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They'll see at the Litecoin Summit.
Oh man, he's gonna be dripping out there.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see.
So we're gonna do some fresh technical analysis. I've never looked at or heard of this coin. I am surprised it's valued so high I just assumed it was a meme coin. So first and foremost, I do like to start with a fib. So it looks like that red candle here on September 20th, 2021 is our high, but I'm just going off to the side so I could line it up the best that I can, click and extend it. And I'm looking at these lows over here. There's no real low wick, so we'll just do candle body. I just want to extend it out. So if we save it, and it does look like there's a wick here on this red doji on June 13th, 2022. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm lining this up. Come on. Okay, so we'll click it, we'll lock it in place, and I like my overalls to be yellow or orange. It looks good to me. I like the 78.6 where the candle bodies are touching on it. We broke below, retested the 61.8, came back down to the 236, went up to the 61.8 before just crashing down. So just like we did on Litecoin specifically that I have it locked in, and then we just did it on Bitcoin, I want to do one from this red candle of Fibonacci. This is December 27th, 2021. So I'm just going off to the side again to line it up. Click, and I'm extending it to these same lows here. Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm changing this one to white, and I am going to lock this one as well. Just to see kind of, I love the way the 71.8 is sitting. I love the 61.8, even though I wish these candles really would have touched it.
Mm-hmm.
That just means I should probably draw this to the candle bodies, but then it's going to be so tight, you're not going to have any real levels to call out.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, let's look at these. Let's go to the monthly time frame. That's where I like to draw my major resistance level. So monthly time frame now, and I'm just zooming in and looking where there's a lot of either candle bodies or wicks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should say and or wicks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at this wick here from July 1st, 2021. Then I'm looking to the right. I see this candle body, August 2021 candle body. I see the bottom of this wick, October 1st, 2021. All of these bodies, we have a wick, and we have a wick that attempted. So I'm going to get out my rectangle drawing tool. I'm going to go from these levels here, which I'm looking again at the top of this wick here on July 1st. I'm going to click, extend it out, and then just play with it. Put it here and see, okay, that looks good, but holy crap, that's a pretty large level.
Yeah.
So now I'm just looking at maybe if I could draw it to the downside, which I'm sitting it now on the downside on the top of this green candle, April 1st, 2022, just touching at the top of it, seeing what it looks like. Again, it's not perfect, but now looking at it, I'm just going to set it real quick. So what my eyes catch now is here on January 1st, 2022, this wick at the bottom of this candle, I want to draw it precisely the top of the box to the bottom of that candle body, and then the bottom of the box on the bottom of that wick. Okay, and let's lock it into place real quick. And now, so again, it just comes from finding some levels with a lot of wicks, candle bodies, and wicks. I said wicks twice there, but just looking for a level like that and then playing around with the rectangle tool, extending it out, playing around with it to the upside, to the downside. And then that's when that caught my eye, this wick specifically. So now let's go to the weekly time frame again and see how that looks.
So you like that wick more specifically because they gave you a tighter range.
Exactly. Because, man, if you just draw the whole screen, like from the 236 to the 61.8, you draw a box there. It doesn't give you precise levels if you're really trying to make money from the market. Because in that situation, if you draw an enormous box, you're obviously going to put your sell orders at the top of that box.
Got it.
And what's going to happen most of the time is it's not going to go to the top of the box, and you're just going to hold that trade. So again, now we're on the weekly time frame. We drew the red box on the monthly time frame. We're back on the weekly time frame, just looking at it, and I love it. It looks not perfect, but it looks very good. I like how these candle wicks are touching the bottom. I like how the wick or the candle bodies are sitting on it just about, at least for two of these. I like this, how it wicked above it, and then just instantly the candle bodies didn't close above the red box before we just melted. So with Hex specifically, I would expect this to just go literally, because it has potential to form that good old cup and handle formation. But I mean, price has to start moving. Let me just measure it real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
Because I'm just curious myself. So from current price to the 236, do I see that right? 253% gains. Oh my God. To the 61.8 overall, 711% gains. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know it swung like that.
Yes.
Good Lord. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of money to be made potentially in Hex just off of this movement to the red box to the 236 level over, 250% gains from current price. Wow. And it looks very bottomed out to me.
He prides himself on how much it went up.
Yeah, because what did it go? It went from
1,000%, either like 1,000%. I think that's what it did.
Oh, that's got to be more than 1,000%.
Okay, measure it. Yeah, let's measure it from the bottom.
So from not necessarily the bottom, but from these lows, I'm looking at this red candle in November 23rd, 2020. Trying to line it up good to the top here. What did you say? That's 40,000% gains. 40,700. Hold on, maybe I can't even see it right with this damn laptop.
You press control and
40,722% gains.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that's insane. So for every dollar you put in, that's $40,000. No wonder he loves it. Jesus. So, I mean, really, could we fall? Could it fall back down to $1? Yes. But this risk to reward setup is amazing. The coin, I don't know anything about the coin. Data here goes back to 2019. So it has been around for about 3 years now, maybe going on 4 years. But I mean, the just analysis on what the chart is showing us, it seems amazing. I love the way the Fibonacci's look. We could draw a couple trend lines just to do it, but I don't know how well they'll come out with the top of the red. So we're going for our first touch point here, September 20th, 2021. Second touch point here on the red candle, December 27th, 2022. And then I'm just extending it out and I'm watching where that touch point is. That's pretty good there. So we've already broken above the trend line, but I feel like that isn't a very valid trend line. So second touch point could, now I'm looking at this green candle here, May 2nd, 2022 as our second touch point. Just lining it up. So we're just currently breaking through it on the weekly time frame. Let's actually look at it. So yeah, we've been rejected. We got back below it. Now we're back above, but I don't like this trend line, to be honest with you. It just doesn't look good. It looks like it's just being forced there. So if we do this, so if we draw the first touch point from December 27th, let me get this. Let's draw it from here and see what it looks like. And then our second touch point will be here, May 2nd, 2022. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so that looks a little bit better.
Okay.
So now let's just zoom in and look at it. So you could see that with those two touch points, that it is resistance. And it looks like we'll have to redraw the trend line if price continues to fall. But once it gets above this trend line, then it should go straight to the 236 or the big time frame 236. But for a coin like this, the difference between these two levels, let's take a look. The difference between these two levels is 35%. That's a lot of profit you're leaving on the table getting out at this 236. But really, a coin like this is just really one you just hold. You know what I mean? Hold, take those 700% gains, run, put it into a blue chip. You know what I mean? Put it into Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, AMP, put it into a token with some utility behind it, with a use case behind it. So, I mean, Hex looks good. That's an awesome swing trade.
And, the maker, Richard Hart, he always talks about this is, people love swing trading this. He's honest about it. It's like, yeah, my coin drops 80 to 90%, like every other coin. I'm just honest about it.
Right.
Not everybody else is.
Right.
So he acknowledges that. So that's why it's insane, right? This
It is
crazy.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we did the technical analysis on it. It was very interesting. So hey, if you guys want another gamble,
Right.
this is a good one right here.
But I mean, I like doing analysis on a coin like this because we just start fresh. I've
Yes.
never looked at this
You don't
coin.
know anything about the coin or anything. I know because I've been throwing it at you.
Oh, yeah, I just ignore it.
Exactly,
You know
that's what
that.
I'm saying. So yeah, so he doesn't. Was a fresh. He hasn't seen this coin before or anything. So yeah, this is a fresh take from the Crypto King.
But this is good for everyone to see how to draw your Fibonacci, where to put your support and resistance, where and how to draw your trend lines, things like that. So I like it.
Awesome, guys. So yeah, so just take one last look at it, guys. All right, let me see it because I'm back on the screen now. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. We did 2 videos today. We did one where it was just crypto questions for Crypto King, and on this one it was live technical analysis on Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Hex. And before I go, remember, guys, we will be sponsoring the Litecoin Summit 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada, through October 21st and 22nd. But Smooth Media will be there. We'll have a small booth, or maybe we might be able to upgrade. We'll see how it goes. But I will be there next to AMP, Flexa Network.
Flexa.
They're the ones that have are they the creators? That's how it works, right? They're the creators of the AMP token, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, they are the creators of the AMP token because they use it in their network. But yeah, we'll be there. We're gonna have fun. We really are looking forward to meeting more people in the crypto community. It's gonna be a great opportunity for everybody that gets to go to Litecoin Summit. But okay, guys, have a good weekend. I will catch you guys later. Bye.